Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Fred and Brody. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your dog's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the correction that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that you'll be taught how to use when Brody comes home. Now Brody's sitting at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash. The command is Brody heel, and at this point his job is to stay even with Fred's left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind, and each time that Fred stops his feet, Brody has been taught to sit automatically without being told and wait for his next command. This makes walking your dog a pleasure instead of a chore. He walks nicely along with you at your pace, and if you stop, he sits. The next exercise that Fred's going to demonstrate for us is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, open flat of your left palm, about an inch or so from the dog's muzzle, and the one-word firm command to stay. Your long sit stay and basic obedience training is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way around him as an additional distraction, returning all the way back around to heel position. At that point, Brody expects to get another command, and they're running through their heel and their sit and their stay again for us. And remember, with your stationary exercises, your sit stay and your down stay, you're building attention span and maturity and focus. And they should be used indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to incorporate your training into your everyday living situation. The next exercise that Fred's going to demonstrate for us is the recall, or the come on command. The command is Brody come. He should come right in front of Fred and sit facing his knees. That prevents coming to you and bowling you over backwards. And then Brody is told to heel, and he walks all the way around. Fred returns to heel position. Fred gives him another stay command. He's going to give him the come command again. Brody come. Brody should come right in front and sit facing Fred's knees. And then Fred gives him the command to heel. Brody returns right back around to heel position where he started. Now, to get him back focused and back on track, Fred's going to do some heeling with him. Keep an eye on Fred's left arm, because that's the only correction that you're going to see him give, is those little tug and let go on the training collar. And the motivation is those little pats for praise, because Brody is the high-strung puppy who you don't want to get him wired up. So you can't roughhouse with him and then expect him to behave for you. Now, this is your down from a heel position. He's sitting at Fred's left. Fred's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. And you can practice this indoors, and it should be practiced often. When Fred returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around him for an additional distraction, just as he did on the sit stay. Always returning back to heel position, and he's going to heel him out of that, and we will demonstrate the down from a heel position one more time. These stationary exercises are so good for helping to develop these puppies' maturity. You just have a big puppy on your hands. And as soon as he knows who the boss is, he falls into line. He's still silly. He's still Brody. Now Fred's going to call him out of this exercise, and you can, once you get familiar with training with your own dog, you'll be able to mix your exercises up and have fun with them so that he doesn't start to anticipate your next move. Now we're going to set up for our down from a distance. This is a little bit harder exercise because you're not right next to the dog. You will get hands-on practice working with Brody. Fred leaves him in a sit-stay. Always have your dog sitting before you attempt to put him into a down. Fred's going to use his right hand to give the command. He had to put his Brody twist on his down from a distance. Now these are your formal obedience commands. Your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. Brody has come a long way while he's been here at school. Your trainer will be able to answer any questions that you may have about him and his behavior at home. And you're going to get a lesson where you can actually work with him. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainers.